In this video, I will share with you the truth about the 4 words translated into the word hell in the Bible. The word Sheol was translated as hell in the OT. KJV Hosea 13:14, O grave, I will be thy destruction. A better translation here is Sheol instead of grave, because many other Bibles translate it as Sheol. Therefore, Sheol will eventually be destroyed. KJV Job 17:16, they shall go down to the bars of the pit Sheol when our rest together is in the dust. A better translation here is Sheol instead of pit, because many other Bibles translate it as Sheol. Therefore, there is rest in Sheol. Sheol is silent, Psalms 31:17. Let me not be ashamed, O Lord, for I have called upon thee. Let the wicked be ashamed, and let them be silent in the grave. A better translation here is Sheol instead of grave, because many other Bibles translate it as Sheol. Therefore it is silent in Sheol. Ecclesiastes 9:10. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave whither thou goest. A better translation here is Sheol instead of grave, because many other Bibles translate it as Sheol. Therefore there is no knowledge, no one knows anything in Sheol. The word Gehenna was translated as hell in the KJV. Matthew 5:29. And if thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out and cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell, Gehenna. As we can see, the whole body is cast into the Gehenna judgment. We know that no one ever goes to Gehenna nowadays, because if you look into the grave of any person, you can see their whole body is sitting in their grave, not in Gehenna. The word Hades was translated as the word hell in the KJV. Paul quotes Psalm 16:10 in Acts 2:27, because thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thine Holy One to see corruption. Psalm 16:10. For thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thine Holy One to see corruption. A better translation for Psalm 16:10 is Sheol instead of hell, because many other Bibles translate it as Sheol. This means Hades and Sheol are the same thing. If Sheol will eventually be destroyed, it is silent there, no one knows anything there, and there is rest in Sheol, then the same goes for Hades. The word Tartarus was translated into the word hell in the KJV. 2 Peter 2:4. For if God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness, to be reserved unto judgment. Humans are never said to go to Tartarus. Fire is never said to be in Tartarus. At most, it's a holding place for fallen angels or demons. Given all the demonic activity in parts of the world, one might conclude they are no longer there. As we can see, the words the KJV translated into the word hell do not appear to match up with the common ideas of what hell is. What about all the people that claim they died and went to hell? After much study and research, I have found that most of these stories have many contradictions. However, I would not say they are lying. They just misunderstand what's actually happening. It's simply a dream, but it seems real to them, so they insist it is real. Whether you do or do not believe in the possibility of spirit travel, you may at least find the rest of this video interesting. Thomas Campbell, a lifelong professional applied physicist, began a parallel career in the early 1970s researching altered states of consciousness with Bob Monroe at Monroe Laboratories in the early 1970s, where he and a few others were instrumental in getting Monroe's laboratory for the study of consciousness up and running. At the Monroe Laboratory, Thomas learned to do what is called spirit travel. Having learned to spirit travel, Thomas was able to explore not only this universe, but many others. His knowledge of this universe is vast and extensive. One of the things he learned was what happens when people die. Thomas says that when people die, some of them can enter a dream state, and that dream can be good or bad. That dream state is where all the stories of people going to hell come from. Where theological dogma clashes with the truth is when they wake up back to reality to tell their story. The hell doctrine teaches people are stuck there forever, but that can't be true if these people got out to tell their story. Thus proving the popular story of hell is not accurate. Thomas says, there are angels or spirit guides dedicated to introducing people to the afterlife, and part of their mission is to wake people up from these dream states if needed. The longest anyone has been in this dream state is 3 days. A bad dream state raises entropy and is anti-productive, and therefore is not part of the divine plan, and the angels are against it. Perhaps one day the system will evolve to the point where not even one soul enters a dream after death. The good news is, not everyone enters these dream states, and not all the dream states are all that bad. Even if they were good, we can't have people stuck in a dream forever. So the goal of the angels or spirit guides is to get them out as soon as possible and on to better things in the process of their evolution. The angels are our allies, and they are dedicated to love and light and want everyone to have a pleasant transition from this reality to the next.